about what Spain feels like for you as a coach, seeing Sam, you know, sign away, I guess you could say.
Extremely proud and happy for Sam. He's worked very hard. He exemplifies what we try to get all our guys to be. He's tremendous in the classroom and tremendous work ethic, and he's worked hard to get to this point. And it's exciting. When you see your players' dreams come true, it's very gratifying.
What are some of the things, you know, just like words of advice that you've given him when you're playing at that next level? Because it's very different from high school.
The tradition that's been set before him, I mean, he knows the standard's been set real high here. So the kids, when they come in, they want to get a scholarship. They want to play at the next level. And I've got to give it to Sam. I mean, he wasn't offered any SEC scholarships. He was offered some really good scholarships to good schools. But he stayed true to himself. He wanted to sign in the SEC. He passed up good scholarships that weren't going to be available later on to wait. And he waited, and he got the prize. And that was a scholarship to Ole Miss, one of the best baseball programs in the country.
What has he meant to your program, you know, since he's been a freshman?
He's won a lot of games. I mean, he's helped take us to the next level. He actually played on our last state championship team in 2008 and got to pitch that year as a freshman. So he's played 4 years, and he's done really well. The thing with Sam that I love the most is he never makes excuses, and he exemplifies what we try to get all our guys to do. He takes responsibility and accountability for himself, and we have a no blame philosophy. I've never heard him blame anyone or anyone else, and that says a lot about his character and the way he's been brought up.
How have you seen him grow, not only as a player but as a person, you know, and turned into a big leader on this team, you know, throughout his 4 years here?
He definitely has become much more vocal, and that's the biggest thing for these kids. Are all really close friends, but sometimes, you know, we've always provided as coaches, but the best leadership is peer leadership. So when the players challenge the other players in a positive way, that's very powerful, and Sam does that when it needs to be done. And he challenged them a few times, and that means a lot as a coach when you see your kids grow, because it's hard for a younger kid to do that, for a freshman, sophomore, even a junior. But for a senior, it becomes easier because they know, hey, this is it for me. This is my last year.
We talked a little bit about not only he's a great athlete, but a great student as well, and that's something that's really important going forward.
Absolutely. I mean, 30 on his ACT. You know, he had not only athletic scholarship to Ole Miss for baseball, but he also got academic money too. And that's what we tell all our kids: baseball or any sport can be taken away, you know, from injuries but your mind's never, or very seldom ever taken away, especially at a young age. So that baseball will end someday, but your education will last a lifetime. So he exemplifies the true meaning of a student athlete, no question about it.
And I mean, for you as a coach, I would think that's got to be one of the most gratifying things, you know. And here there is a tradition of excellence. And how many guys have gotten scholarships?
I think he makes the 81st player that's signed since I've been here in 1987. Now I know there's been a few kids signed before that, but there wasn't records kept. And I know we've been keeping records since 1987. He's the 81st player. And then we're going to have another player signed next week, so that'll be 82. So it makes you feel good. You know, and a lot of these other kids, nearly every kid in our program ends up signing some kind of scholarship. We have another player, Jared Foster, that could have signed a baseball scholarship, but he's going the football route. And if they don't sign baseball or football, they usually always get tops, nearly always. And usually it's a combination of 2 out of those 3. They sign baseball, football, and they have academic money too.
So I think it's such a testament to this program in general, what you've done, and like you said, how you set these kids up to be successful.
It is a testament, I think, to everyone, to their parents, to them themselves. They're the ones doing the work. Of course, we try to instill work ethic and take pride and carry on the tradition. But I always say you give the player credit to the players. They're the ones that win the games, and they're the ones that make the grades, you know. So it makes you feel good for them because it's hard work. I mean, there's a lot of pressure in our program that we put on the players. The expectations are high, and sometimes you're not going to win every game. But the one thing I'm so proud about our guys is they take responsibility for whatever happens, and that's going to make them leaders and successful, not only for our season, but in the game of life. That's the most important game, much more important than baseball.
I'm sure you're going to be missing on the mountain next year.
Oh, we'll definitely miss him, but we're not saying goodbye yet because he's starting on senior day against Acadiana, which is going to be a district championship. We want everybody, please put this on. We want everybody to come to our game. It's going to be a huge game. We're letting any kids in free as long as they wear a Barbe Baseball t-shirt or Bullet Baseball t-shirt or LSU, any kind of Ole Miss, any kind of t-shirts. We're letting them in, and that's going to be 6 o'clock Thursday, the 29th. 28th. April 28th.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure, thanks.
Yeah.
That was great.
Good job.
Tell those guys, I'm going to make sure.